today we're making salsa macha. Hi, my name is Sana and today we're making salsa macha. This is one of my favorite sauces I learned while living in Mexico. So I recommend wearing gloves, although I don't like using them, but it's hot, so it's better to use them. Chili ancho. It's not very spicy, it's not very hot, so it's called ancho. And we're gonna use chili chipotle. It's very known, not very hot, very smoky. Chili morita, the small ones, they're hot. And chili pasilla, this one, it's long, it's hot, medium. And the guajillo. Guajillo is hot, it's very hot. I have the toasted almonds, I fried them, toasted sesame seed, the garlic, pine nuts, and I'm gonna use these guys too. These fell while I was cutting the chilies, but I'm gonna use them also. I need to remove the stems before frying, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the stems so it's easier, and I'm gonna actually cut them into smaller pieces so that when it's fried it releases their flavors. It's just unbelievable. I discovered it when I was living in Mexico. I bought some at the supermarket, and the one I bought was made with peanuts and some sesame seeds and just regular oil. I make mine, I do little upgrade. So I make mine with olive oil, and instead of peanuts, I use almonds and pine nuts. And it's nice, it goes with everything, because with any dish you can think of. I sometimes have it for breakfast with eggs. But you can have it with meat, with fish, anything goes with salsa macha, and it stays long in the fridge, so you can make a huge batch and it stays. You can keep it for a long time. And the thing is, you can play with the doses of each dry chili. If you don't want it very hot, well, you go for more chili ancho and more chipotle. But if you can handle heat, then you can add more of the rest of the chilies. Especially the little one is very hot. And it doesn't matter if you don't have all these chilies. You can also use just maybe 2 types or 3 types. You don't have to use so many chilies. And you can find most of them online, unless you live in Mexico. It's in Europe and in the US you don't find them in regular supermarkets. You would just find them online. And maybe if you go to a Latino supermarket, you can also find. This is just amazing chilies. Each one of them has their own, level of spiciness and also flavor. So it's not just about having something hot, but it's also very flavorful. Very flavorful. So we're gonna fry them, but we're not gonna burn that. Just a little bit. Just enough can release some flavor, and then I remove them. So ready to make salsa macha? Let's go. I'm gonna put my nicely fried dried chilies in the food processor. I'm taking a risk here. I'm not wearing gloves. I don't like wearing gloves. So let's see what happens. So I'm only gonna mix the peppers, the chilies first, then I will add the almonds and the olive oil and the rest. All right, let's go. It looks like this for now. These are the dried chilies. And you want this kind of consistency, not too blended, not too chopped, and not too big. So now I'm gonna add the almonds. This is how much almonds I use. I like almonds, and yeah, so I'm not gonna wash this since everything is gonna mix. And we want the almonds to be chunky. Perfect. I'll show you the consistency of the almonds in a minute. And I'm gonna put all the oil and the seeds that were here. So now I have my chilies and my almonds, and I'm gonna add all these goodies. I'm gonna add the pine nuts and of course all the garlic that I cooked earlier. I cooked the garlic and the chilies, the oil from the chilies. What else? Let's see. I'm gonna put some salt. I'll put a little bit, then I will taste and add more. Some vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar. In the recipe you get the measurements. And the most important ingredient is the olive oil. Okay, and I'm gonna put half the sesame seeds, a bit more than half, and mix it. This is Salsa Macha. It's beautiful. And I'm going to taste a little bit. Between all these seeds, it's just perfect. It doesn't need more sesame seeds, it doesn't need more pine nuts, it's just perfect. Alright, so now that it's mixed, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover it and let it sit. Tomorrow I'll check on it, mix it, and see if it needs more olive oil. So far I've used 1 liter of olive oil for this much salsa matcha. So let's see. Looks beautiful.